Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Twins of Faith show, the show all about knowledge and action. Now, before the break, we were talking about zakat and giving charity in general, sadaqah in general. Now, Sheikh, I would just like to ask you just a simple question. Do people know the value or the importance of people giving sadaqah?
Do they understand the value of it today?
Yes, today.
I think people sometimes really don't really understand the value of it. And I can tell you the reason why is because in every fundraising effort that we see sometimes worldwide, in whether it be a fundraising dinner or a conference or someone asking on the web, etc., usually people promise and then they don't fulfill the promise. We often find Islamic Dawah organizations saying, yeah, we raised 100,000 at this pledge, but then only about 20 or 30,000 came through. No doubt there's something called donor fatigue, and there's something called, no doubt there is something called, over-promising, etc. But really there shouldn't be anything called donor fatigue in our deen. Because where is the fatigue? For what reason are you fatigued? You know, this wealth is not yours. Allah says in the Quran, وَآتُوهُم مِّن مَالِ اللَّهِ الَّذِي أَعْطَاكُمْ, and give from the wealth of Allah that Allah has already given you. Who is there amongst us except that we have earned Allah's anger? Charity is a means of extinguishing Allah's anger. The Prophet said in authentic hadith, verily charity extinguishes Allah's anger just like water extinguishes the fire. I mean, who is amongst us except that we have a need to increase our reward? Charity, the Prophet said, verily when one of you gives even a morsel of tamar in charity, Allah causes it to grow and grow until it becomes the mountain of Uhud in good deeds. Another authentic hadith, the Prophet said, Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhumullah, irhamu man fil ardi yarhamukum man fis sama. Verily those who are merciful, Allah has mercy on them. Have mercy on the people of this earth. The one who is in the heavens will have mercy on you. I mean, how do we expect us to ever be helped by Allah Azza wa Jalla if we don't help our brothers and sisters? Whether they be people in need locally or globally, whether they be people that are poor or under war-torn issues or under any other charity needs that the Ummah has. How do we expect Allah's help if we do not help Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His deen? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Inna Allah fi awn al-abd ma kan al-abdu fi awni akhi. Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps His slave as long as his slave helps his brother. So this is one of the reasons why Allah doesn't answer our dua. This is one of the reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't really help us when we need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help. We're asking and asking, Ya Allah, help us, help us. And Allah is answering, but you're not helping yourself. You're not helping your own brother. You're not helping me when I'm asking you for help. You know, the biggest contradiction, Akhil Kareem, is that today we love the wealth of our inheritors more than our own wealth.
We love the wealth of our inheritance?
Of our inheritors.
Inheritors?
In our inheritors, those who will inherit from us. Okay? More than our own wealth. So it's like we love the wealth of our children who will inherit from us more than our own wealth. What do I mean by that? I mean, the Prophet said that in authentic hadith in Bukhari. He said, أَيُّكُمْ مَالِ وَارِثِهِ أَحَبُّ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ مَالِهِ. Who is there that loves the wealth of his inheritors, those people who will inherit from him, than his own wealth? And the Sahaba surprised at that statement because, you know, who is there except that he loves his own wealth more than anyone else's wealth, right? And this is what the Prophet said. He said, whatever you give in the cause of Allah is your wealth. It will stay for you. And Allah, I'm promising you, will stay for you until eternity will be for you. But that which you leave behind is ultimately your inheritors' wealth. So you must love the wealth of your inheritors more than your own wealth. Because if you love your own wealth, give it away. Give it away. And this is why once the Prophet ﷺ came to Aisha radiallahu anha, and they had slaughtered a sheep, and they asked, how much of the sheep do you have left? So she had actually given away 3/4 of the sheep and only had one hind leg of the sheep left. Okay, she'd given 3/4 away and kept 1/4 of the sheep. And she said, oh, we've got one leg left. So at that time the Prophet said, oh, we only have 3/4 left. He said, we only have 3/4 left. And this is why, Akhil Kareem, the people need to understand that by Allah, whatever you give in the cause of Allah, it will be for you forever. Forever it will be yours. It will be yours. It can never ever go away. Your charity will be witness for you on the Day of Judgment. Your charity will be a knight in your grave protecting you from the punishment of Allah. Your charity will be a witness for you on the Day of Judgment. Your charity will be a shade. On the Day of Judgment. The Prophet said, Al-mar'u fi dhilli sadaqatihi yawm al-qiyamah. Verily a person is in the amount of his sadaqah, is in the shade of his sadaqah on the Day of Judgment. What more do we really need? What more do we really need? What about the hadith of Rasulullah when someone gives you in charity, Allah multiplies it 10 to 700 times? What do we need more on top of this to actually give in the cause of Allah? How can we, when we go to pledges and we make these pledges that we do, we say, I'll give 5,000, I'll give 100, whatever. How can we not fulfill it? How can we not fulfill it? Even if we're in difficulty, how can we not fulfill it? You know, Akhiddin, when I was in Medina, and I was with my sheikhs, my sheikh once confided in me that he has almost $1 million, which is almost 3.75 million riyals in debt. Wow. And I was asking, why is he in so much debt? Later on I found out why. Because every time the Muslim ummah is in trouble, he actually borrows money in order to give to the ummah. He borrows money. If he doesn't have it physically himself, he borrows it. And then he takes on a personal debt.
To give to charity.
To give to charity.
Wow.
Why don't we live like these people? Because what are we afraid of? That Allah will not give money?